All right, so part 3 and the last model that you guys will have to be able to identify is going to be the lower extremity muscles here. There's a handful of the terms on your terms list that you have to know that actually cannot be identified on this model. So I'll point those out as we go. I'm going to use the same order as the PowerPoint on the Blackboard page. So if you guys want to follow along, that's what I'll be going with. So the first one on your PowerPoint is the gluteus minimus. It's actually one that you can't identify. You can, however, identify the other two gluteal muscles, the gluteus medius at 12, this one right here, and the gluteus maximus, which I actually took off, but you guys all know what the gluteus maximus is, so it's just that big chunk of butt right there. So, moving on, you got your tensor fasciae latae at 18, which is this muscle right up in here, this one right there. Remember talking about how when you drink a latte, it goes straight to your thighs, and that would be your thigh muscle right there. So your psoas major and your iliacus are the next on the list, and you actually can't identify those ones either. So we're gonna skip those ones there and go straight to your sartorius, this big muscle right here, number 24. John called it the sartorius BIG. If that helps you remember it, certainly helps me remember it. That's a good way to remember it. Next is your pectineus muscle, another one you cannot identify here, so just that will not be asked on the models. But you can, however, identify the adductor longus, which is 26 right here, right behind your sartorius. 26, your adductor longus. Your adductor brevis, you can't identify on the model as well, unfortunately, but your adductor magnus at 28, you can. So adductor longus is here, adductor magnus, 28 off here in the corner. This one right here in the middle, number 27, is your gracilis muscle. Remember, someone touches your inner thigh, you say gracias. Gracilis right here is the muscle superficial on your inner thigh. So moving over to our quadricep muscles. This model wants to stay still less than the other one did. So we've got our vastus intermedius first. That's going to be, where did we run off to? Number 22. That one's actually buried right here. So your vastus intermedius is going to be your deep muscle here to the front of your quadricep. Your vastus lateralis and your vastus medialis, 21 and 23 respectively. So vastus lateralis, remember, to the lateral side. Vastus medialis to the medial side right here. So 21 is your vastus lateralis, 23 is your vastus medialis here. And then your muscle up front, which is covering your vastus intermedius, is your rectus femoris. And that's this muscle right here. And that one is number 20. Going back to your hamstrings, you've got your other set of biceps in your body. Your bicep femoris, flip this around. Oh, there we go. Okay, so here's your hamstring here. So your bicep femoris has two heads as well. Your long head of your bicep femoris is going to be 31 right here.
CJ, what are you doing?
Your deep head is going to be beneath it. Your short head, excuse me, number 32, and that's this little tiny muscle right in there. So on the other side, you've got your semitendinosus, number 30, this one right here, with your semimembranosus, number 29, just medial to that. And that's going to be this one down here. So moving on down to your lower leg, you've got your tibialis anterior, number 33. That's going to be the muscle right in front here, right there with your tibia. Model doesn't want to hold again. I'm just going to turn it on its side like that. Okay, so right up in front, your tibialis anterior right here at number 33. Next to that one, you've got your extensor digitorum longus at 34, this whole muscle right here. Next to that, we have our fibularis longus at 35. Remember, think fibula is going to be on the side of the leg here, and this is more lateral, as you can see, which would be where the fibula would be. So your fibularis longus is going to be number 35 right here, with your fibularis brevis at 36 just below it. You also have your extensor hallucis longus at 44, which, if I remember correctly, is hidden a little bit from us. If I can remember, oh, there it is. Right here, tucked away. Right there, number 44 is this little tiny one right here. And that's sandwiched right between your tibialis anterior at 33 and your extensor digitorum longus at 34. So right there at 44 is your extensor hallucis longus. All right, so we went over the fibularis longus at 35 and the fibularis brevis at 36. The last two muscles are going to be two different calf muscles right here. So superficial, you have your gastrocnemius, which also has two heads. There we go. Your lateral or your great head is number 37 right here, which is lateral, as you can see. So your lateral great head is 37, with your medial head at 38 right next to it. And your deep muscle is your soleus muscle right here at 39. All right, so that is all the muscles on all three models. I'm gonna show the muscular leg key that we have here in class for you guys to reference. If you see this I/O, that's a muscle that you have to know the origin and the insertion points for. If it doesn't have it, like these ones over here on the medial thigh, then you aren't expected to know that. You won't have to know that for the test. So when you guys are studying, that's just something to keep in mind. If you have any questions, feel free to email us. We've got open lab coming up soon too. It's a great time to come in and get some hands-on time with the models. Other than that, we're available by email, office hours on Thursday, and we'll see you guys in class next week.